Have you ever stopped to think why some men our age manage to convey authority and elegance in any situation, while others, even having professional and financial success, end up giving an impression of sloppiness or lack of personal care? You know that moment when you look in the mirror before leaving home and think, I wonder if this looks good, but deep down you have a feeling that something doesn't feel right. Over the years, I've noticed that the difference between men who convey style and those who look sloppy isn't in the price of clothes, but in basic mistakes that are easily correctable. For a long time, I made several of these mistakes without even realizing it. I thought that by wearing brand clothes or investing in expensive pieces, I would automatically have an elegant appearance. But the truth is that some basic details can completely sabotage any look, no matter how much you spent. Today, I'm going to share with you the 7 most common fashion mistakes that make men our age look sloppy and stylish. And look, item number 6 is something I ignored for years, a mistake that can make you look 10 years older and less cared for, even when wearing expensive clothes. So stay with me until the end because, in my experience, correcting these points will radically transform how you are perceived both professionally and socially. Mistake 1. Poorly fitted clothes or wrong size. Let's start with the most fundamental mistake I see constantly. Wearing poorly fitted clothes or the wrong size. Man, this is a mistake that can instantly ruin any look, regardless of the quality of the pieces. I'm talking about shirts with dropped shoulders, pants that bag at the ankle, blazers that are too tight or too loose. The problem is that after 40, our body naturally changes. Many men continue wearing the same size as always, without realizing they need adjustments. Others go to the opposite extreme and wear clothes that are too loose, thinking they'll hide body changes. The truth is that poorly fitted clothes make you look sloppy, regardless of quality. An expensive shirt that's loose at the shoulders will look worse than a simple, well-fitted shirt. The solution is to invest in professional alterations. Even ready-to-wear clothes can be transformed with small adjustments, shortening sleeves, adjusting waist, regulating pant length. The practical tip is, whenever you buy an important piece, consider the cost of alterations as part of the investment. A competent tailor can work miracles. And look, if you're noticing that these details make a difference, subscribe to the channel because I have much more tips based on real experience. Mistake 2. Wrinkled or poorly maintained pieces. Now, let's talk about something that can destroy any look. Wrinkled or poorly maintained pieces. I see this constantly. Men wearing wrinkled shirts, pants with wrong creases, or clothes that clearly came out of the drawer without any care. The problem is that this transmits a message of haste, sloppiness, or lack of care for one's own image. I myself went through a phase where I thought wrinkled was casual and cool. I didn't realize I was giving an impression of disorganization, especially in professional situations. The reality is that well-pressed and maintained clothes make you look organized, careful, and respectful of social situations. It's a sign that you prepared adequately. The solution isn't necessarily taking everything to the dry cleaner. Learn to use an iron properly, invest in a steamer for quick touch-ups, and organize your wardrobe so clothes don't wrinkle. The strategy is, whenever you take a piece from the wardrobe, take a general look. If it's wrinkled, it's worth spending 5 minutes ironing or steaming. If you're enjoying these tips, leave your like on the video. Your interaction helps this content reach more incredible people like you. Mistake 3. Inadequate or conflicting colors. Combinato. Wmpnito. This mistake here can make you look like you don't understand style. Inadequate or conflicting color combinations. I'm talking about using colors that clash with each other or combinations that simply don't work for men our age. For example, mixing many intense primary colors or using tones that don't complement your skin tone. The problem is that wrong color combinations can make you look visually confusing, drawing attention for the wrong reasons. And when you're over 40, you want to convey sophistication, not experimentation. During a period, I tried to use all the colors I liked in the same look. The result was a confused and inelegant appearance. The solution is to master a color palette that works for you. Neutral colors like navy blue, gray, beige, white, and brown are versatile and always elegant. The strategy is start with a neutral color as base and add at most to complementary colors. This creates harmony without monotony. Tell me in the comments, have you ever had difficulty with color combinations? What was the learning that helped you most? Mistake for worn or dirty shoes. Let's talk about a detail that many men neglect. Worn or dirty shoes. Shoes are one of the first things people notice. But it's incredible how many men our age wear old, dirty, or visibly worn shoes. This can instantly ruin any well-put-together look. Mistreated shoes transmit a message of sloppiness or economy in the wrong place. And when you're in an established professional or social position, these details matter a lot. I myself underestimated the importance. With shoes for a long time, I used the same pair until it was completely worn out, without realizing the impact on my overall appearance. The solution is to properly care for the shoes you have and know when it's time to replace them. Use appropriate cleaning products, brush regularly, and store properly. The practical tip is, invest in fewer pairs, but of better quality, and take good care of them. It's better to have 2 pairs of well-cared-for shoes than 5 mistreated pairs. And look, if you're seeing value in these tips tested in practice, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I always share strategies that really make a difference. Mistake 5. Disproportionate or excessive accessories. Now we come to a point that can be delicate. Disproportionate or excessive accessories. I see many men our age wearing enormous watches, belts with flashy buckles, or multiple accessories at the same time. The problem is that this can create an exaggerated or insecure appearance. What I realized is that after 40, less is more when it comes to accessories. A classic watch, a discreet belt, and maybe a wedding ring are sufficient for most situations. Excessive accessories can make you look like you're trying to compensate for something or that you don't understand mature masculine elegance. The strategy is to choose quality accessories, proportional to your body type, and use them in moderation. It's better to have one classic watch that goes with everything than 3 different watches for each occasion. The golden rule is, if you're in doubt whether it's too much, it probably is. Leave it in the comments. Have you ever gone through a phase of wearing many accessories? How was the transition to a more minimalist style? Mistake 6. Low quality or shiny synthetic fabrics. And we arrive at the item I promised, something I ignored for years. The impact of low quality or shiny synthetic fabrics. For a long time, I focused only on the cut and color of clothes, without paying attention to fabric quality. I wore synthetic shirts that shone under light, pants that made noise when walking, or fabrics that simply didn't fall well on the body. The problem is that low-quality fabrics can make you look cheap regardless of the piece's design. They don't breathe adequately, don't fall naturally, and age poorly. Shiny synthetic fabrics are especially problematic. They scream artificial from afar and can make you look like you're wearing a costume. The solution is to prioritize natural fabrics whenever possible. Cotton, wool, linen, silk. They are more comfortable, last longer, and have an infinitely superior appearance. The tip is, before buying any piece, touch the fabric. If it feels like plastic, has artificial shine, or doesn't have a pleasant texture, pass it by. Mistake 7. Neglecting personal care and adequate grooming. And we arrive at the last mistake, which can sabotage any look. Neglecting personal care and adequate grooming. I'm talking about poorly cut or disheveled hair, poorly done beard, dirty nails, or other details of hygiene and personal care. No matter how expensive your clothes are, if you don't take proper care of yourself, the overall impression will be negative. What I realized is that after 40, personal care becomes even more important. Our body changes, and we need to adapt our care routine. The solution is to establish a consistent grooming routine. Regular haircuts, beard care, nail hygiene, and attention to details make all the difference. The strategy is, invest in quality professionals, a good barber, a dermatologist if necessary, and quality products for daily care. Recapping the 7 mistakes: poorly fitted clothes, wrinkled pieces, inadequate color combinations, worn shoes, excessive accessories, low-quality fabrics, and neglecting personal care. In my experience, correcting these points will completely transform your appearance and how you are perceived. The most interesting thing is that none of these mistakes have to do with spending more money. They have to do with making smarter choices. Remember, elegance is not about showing off. It's about care, attention to details, and respect for social situations. So, which of these mistakes have you already made or still make? What will be the first change you'll implement? Leave your experience in the comments, because I love exchanging ideas with men who, like us, understand that taking care of appearance is a matter of self-respect. If the content was useful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned because in the next video I'll show the essential wardrobe for elegant men over 40. See you there. If you made it this far, it's because you take seriously improving your style. So I prepared this next video for you to watch. It's the perfect step for you to continue evolving. And take a look at this playlist too. It has a complete map to dress like a true gentleman over 40, stylish, elegant, and powerful every day. Until the next video.